Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Okay, before we start, shall we play some music? Who is going to play the music? You're going to play the music, and I'm the one who's going to sing. Okay? So you're going to follow my click, and you have to clap. Keep your phones down. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Everybody, including cameraman. 1, 2. 1, 2. Great. 1, 2. Anama papte, anamate te na, apatito, anamate tu, tapatitu, anamatu tu, apataye. Woo! Actually, I don't know what I was saying. This is Thailand traditional song got viral in India. Okay? And people are dancing for this. They're creating a lot of reels. So I want to grab the attention of everyone. So I did this now. So let's talk about the business. How many of you agree that I'm looking handsome today? I got 6 people. Love you all. Love you too. Okay, so now I'm into the software business for more than 22 years. Okay, I traveled to more than 40 countries. I have done a lot of keynote speakings, which is all for the small businesses. Okay, so today I'm here to talk about what is the pain point of each and every businesses, how you can overcome that. Yeah. So the first thing, what is the expectation of the business apps? You will be using a lot of apps in your phone, right? Is there any business apps you use? You have to. If you're a small business, if you're a 2-person, 3-person company, or an entrepreneur, at least you have to use 2 to 3 applications to make sure you are taking your business digitally, right? So what is the aim of using the business apps? First thing is model of activity. If all of your employees and you doing an activity, it should be the same, right? Because if CEO is doing something and then the salesperson doing something, it won't work. You have to have a business app to make sure the uniformity is done. And then the aim of standard. If someone is calling you for your services, you have to give a better experience, right? There is a lot of potential for the products, services, right? If you go to any business, they talk about product or service. Product or service. Product or service. There is another one, the third one, which is going to be huge, which is going to give beautiful expectation and retention for you. What is that? The customer experience, right? Apart from the product and the services, the customer experience is most important. How you are going to give this to your customers. And it is going to be reducing the error. I see a lot of small businesses today, they said they forget their business card, right? And they said, can you connect in LinkedIn? So the human error occurs whenever you just do the business apps. And if it is done in the right way, you can save some time as well. Why we want to use the business apps for your business? To save some time. I was talking to someone, he said that I don't have a time to look into your software because I'm working hard. Working hard is not good for today's technology, right? In 2025, you have to be more smart to make it happen. So now, if you're an entrepreneur or if you're a startup, right, you have to be doing all these things. Even if I'm a 2-person company, you should be having all these collaborations. Like you should be in sales, you should be in pre-sales, you should have an account management, you should have a technical manager, right? All these things a small business to handle. And I asked my friends, I asked in LinkedIn, I asked in Facebook, I asked in Instagram, hey guys, what are all the apps you use for your CRM or for your analytics or for your marketing? What system are you using? People said plenty of this. Plenty of this. They said, hey, we use VTager for this. We use Microsoft for this. We use Google for this, right? Every business says, the startups are using different applications to manage their business. And I asked this question. The technology in business, it's right, but some of them are partly cloud, right? Some people say it is on the cloud, and some people say it is on the on premises, and then some create their own. If you are a tech, you can create your own business apps to manage your business, right? And then you ended up using multiple apps. If it is a small business, even if it is a one user, they will be ended up using a multiple apps to manage their business. So now, see this. We have able to run your business. We can able to run our business, but you have to choose which application you are going to run. Still you can run your business, but how long, how fast, how quick, right? There is a different segments which is going to tell you how you can run your business. This is an example. If you are doing this today, just stop it and move on. And then I asked again, what are the zoo of apps, the most important apps you're using for your business, right? A lot of people are saying, hey, I'm using a SaaS app which can create more prospect-related customer engagement, right? And some people will say, I don't know what to use. I have business, but I don't know what to use. Yeah? And some said, these are the 18 points by having multiple vendors. What is a pain point for me? What is a pain point for the small businesses? That is the thing we are going to talk. The first one is multiple invoices. As a small business, if you have multiple products, definitely you will be ended up paying multiple invoices. A different product with different invoices, that's definitely kill your time. And then having a multiple billing cycles. Some says you can pay monthly, some says you can pay quarterly, half-yearly, multi-years, right? There is a different billing cycles can be managed with the different apps. That is a pain for the small businesses. And then multiple logins. Still a lot of people using admin at 123. Some have their password on their mobile case. Some ask their wife or husband to text the password, right? So these are the multiple tasks which the small business have it in their mind to have multiple logins, multiple aims, multiple passwords. And definitely the security breach. Even though you use Google or Microsoft or Zoho, if you use any of the small AI thing which is created in C, C+ languages, it is not secured, then entire data will be lost. So what is the main agenda of having an application, business application for your business is the security purpose. So you have to make sure everything is secured. But in today's world, if you talk about security, you have to pay a lot of money, right? At least $200, $300 to make sure your data is secure. If you want to do the two-factor authentication, you have to pay $300, $400. There is a lot of money you have to spend to make sure you are doing your data in a perfect way. But there is another way we can tell you. Multiple interfaces. Today morning I was talking about the marketing aspect to my team, right? Then tomorrow I'm going to talk about the sales, and then I'll talk about the support. Every apps have a different interfaces. The human incognito window cannot have a memory to store all this shit. We have to be more clarity to have a single payroll, single system, which has one infrastructure to manage your business. And then authentication. If you go and log in and ask the camera app will ask access to your contact. The camera app, what the hell the camera app going to do with your contacts? But we are not seeing that. We are just clicking yes. We are just giving access to them. It is more dangerous if you have a multiple products to manage your business. And then retraining your staff, retraining yourself, updating the user manual for each and every application is quite difficult thing, right? You cannot have a training for every week, every month, right? You have to pay more money to train yourself and then train your colleagues. And then access control. The manager needs access, CEO needs a different access, a salesperson needs a different access. Each and every one of your company prospects and the users will have a different permissions. If you use multiple apps, how would you manage that? Right? You need another system to manage this inventories. It's quite a pain for the small businesses. And then the workflows. If you go for the SaaS business, everyone talk about the workflows. An automated email will be sent with the templates, yeah? And then your business is closed, all done. You can send the invoice automatically and collect the payment automatically. Everything is automated. But if you use 5 to 6, 7, 8 apps to manage your business, how many workflows you do? That is also one of the pain points. And then the data problem. Some apps says you can export in XLS. Some say CSV. some says .pdf, some say .pfd. So there is a lot of different aspects for each and every data management, which is a pain for the small businesses. And the duplication. If I go to my marketing app, if I see something great, but I'll be ended up doing a multiple duplicate data. I don't know either I'm going to work with this guy or not. Either he's going to give a business for me or not, but I'll be having plenty of his contact in my system. I want to clear this out, right? If you have a multiple vendors, you cannot do that. And then the interfaces. Each and every product have their entire roadmaps. They'll just say that we are going to be a platform-centric, we are going to be ERP-centric, we are going to be a SaaS-centric, IoT-centric, whatever it is. Every app have their mindset to go for a different way. But you cannot travel in all the roads at the same time, right? So you have to be more careful on managing this. And then, old stack. I recently went to university, okay? There, a college administration page is created in .php. The syllabuses of .php has been removed from schools and colleges. We cannot do anything with that. But in 2025, I saw a universities using PHP for their administration control. So that is the thing. You will be ended up using the old tech to manage your latest business. That would be a pain point. And then hidden cost. We will say that you can just subscribe for $20, and then for the implementation you have to pay another $500. Yeah, and then you can just use it for $12, and another implementation and support for $250. So that is the hidden cost you will be ended up paying for all of your applications to manage your business digitally. And then the search. If you search something for your business, so this domain, where do I met them, right? Where do I met them? When was the first conversation? What was the price code has been shared? We don't know anything because we have multiple apps to manage this. It's a very pain point for the small businesses. And this, the longevity, the people don't have that because a lot of startups, they start today and tomorrow someone will be acquiring them, right? What happened to my data? As a small business, if I put my data into software and someone has acquired that company, what happened to my data? Again, that's a problem for me to get it. So the longevity is one of the most important thing you have to capture when you use multiple applications. And the dynamic extensibility. Whenever you talk about the business apps, it is called ICE, implementation, customization, and the extensibility, right? So if you grow your business, you should not switch your applications. Today, you're subscribing for a $7 plan, okay, for a software. Tomorrow, you're growing your business from $500 to $5,000. You should not change the app. The app should give more feasibility and the features to improve our business. It should not be. So here, there is an extensibility. If you find any extensibility in one application, which do all of this, just go for that. And then, the integration for the connected world. We have a lot of apps. I can tell you how that works. Say, for example, if you are in a project management or in a real estate business, you're doing some projects, okay? And say, if an invoice has been sent automatically based on the project, how that will be? It's easy, automated, right? And the second example, Click is a chat app. It will be chatting with your employees or to your colleagues. But make sure they are available. Where do you do that? This is the one, Zoho People. This gives information about your employees available today or not. And then the third one, Recruit. People are talking about recruitment, HR management, right? If something happened to your client, how would you know that? What was the conversation between you and the client? What was the document has been submitted by the client, by the candidate, right? So for that, we have a Zoho mail, which can be integrated. These all functionalities are automated. Automated. Don't think the human need interventions. And then visitor tracking. If someone coming to your website, you have to know how long they are staying there, right? In which page. Say, for example, if someone is staying in your pricing page for 15 minutes, you can create a workflow saying that, intimate you, and then you go and say, hey, you're staying in my website for a long time. Do you need any help? Yeah, that kind of integration is most important. and that has been created as a support ticket in your email. So if you are not available, your team can handle this. All this has to be automated. That is most important. And then CRM with campaigns. If you can go and find everyone in the booth, right? You can get the leads from the website. You can get the leads from your WhatsApp or whatever the community. But none of your prospects are going to buy your product on the first day. You have to nurture with them. You have to follow up with them. You have to show how strong you are compared to your competitors. Okay? Then only you can just win them using these easy feasibility campaigns. So what campaign you are going to run to the people who met today? Right? Hey, nice to meet you in SMEs. I was there today with your team. You can create a template and send it to all the 50 people you met today. That should be automated, right? And then sites. If you have a site, if you don't have, you can create for free. Zoho sites is free for 12 users. So you can just try this. If you have a site, if you don't have a form to get those leads into your system, then it fails. We have an automated solution for that as well. And then now we saw all this, right? I don't know how many of you have counted, but we saw only 17. Okay, that is one thing in last. What is that? Data is a new oil. Previously it has been said that oil is gold, but now people saying data is the new oil. Imagine guys, if Claim Humble says, if you are not refine it, you cannot use it. I can have a multiple data from multiple sources. Each and every person, people is most important. Either they are giving a business to you or not. You should add them as a contact into your system. Follow up with them. Maybe say hi later. You can create a template for the New Year. You can create the template for the Christmas. Whatever it is. Keeping them in your syllabus of data enrichment is most important. If you doesn't refine it, you're going to lose a lot of your businesses. Globe is waiting for an opportunity. If you're a business owner, just use this. Refine your data. And then some says, people are saying that using 17 different apps, it's possible. People are doing that already and paying $15 for each apps. You doesn't know. Go home today and check how many apps you're using, how much you're paying for that, and what those apps are doing for you. If you're not using anything, you should contact me. And then the next one, Raksha, I don't know who she, but she mentioned if there is any sales apps, it can be integrated and used in one platform, we are ready to pay for that. A lot of small businesses looking for that. If everything integrated in one page, wow, what is that? Why can't we do that? Why can't we take it up? Huh? That is the thing, it's mentioned here for everyone. So now, I asked this fellow as well. If you ask everyone, that's fine. Ask him. Ask the chat GPT, like what? We want to use the multiple apps or a single apps? What that says? It's saying there are differences. You can use multiple apps or single apps based on these scenarios. If you are small, you have to have a single vendor. I think most of us are small businesses, right? If it is enterprise, that's fine. They have to use multiple apps to manage their business, but not for the small businesses. Even the chat GPT is telling this conclusion to maintain on this 2025 scenario. So now, it is gone to the next stage. When you use different apps, it is not the story of using it in a different stages. It has to work together. That is what I mentioned before. It has to work together. That is most important aspects. And we are here. Zoho is doing that for each and every entrepreneurs, startups, and small businesses. How we are doing it? We are operating from India. We are doing this business for almost 29 years now. And we are doing this business in close to 180 countries. We got 20,000 employees, but still we are maintaining the cost less. How that happened? because we got 120 million users using our system globally. Even in Manila, there are thousands of customers already using our system. Because of this volume business, we were able to give you an application for $7, which is less than a good coffee, to manage your business. It's very easy. It's very easy to install and run your business online. So the most unusual company is Zoho. Why is that? Because we own everything. We are the direct competitors for Microsoft and Google. The data center, the apps, the services, the networking, everything is owned by Zoho. We don't use any of the third-party vendors for any of our application. Even the two-factor authentication for security, you don't want to use the Google's one, you can use Zoho's one. So that is the structure we have. We don't spend much money in marketing, we spend a lot of money in research and development. Out of 20,000 employees, 19,000 of them are into research and development. And some of the fellows like me will go and have a mic and talk to the people. But research and development is most important. We get customers by word of mouth. We get customers from the reference, not from the marketing. That is very less for us. And then, the one vendor infinity possibility is here. So now you can see what all the apps we have. We have 60 plus apps for everything. If you go and talk to any of them, we are the competitor for them. We have an apps for everything, every business solution, every aspects, including the website, email, campaigns, everything. But now, you may ask me, okay, Benny, you have a lot. How to begin? Right? You cannot have all this in one day, right? And ChatGPT created this for me. This is me. I shared my photo and said, can you share the photo saying that Benny from Zoho helping people? This is what I got. I'm going to help you. So, this is called Begin. That is where I am today. Begin CRM, the customer relationship management. You can start with this. You can run your entire business scenario with a customer facing team, along with your payment collection, along with your invoicing for free. This system is quite brilliant, and this gives a lot of value to your business scenarios. Trust me, guys, you're going to get some improvements in your business if you install this into your organization. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a single user, that's fine. If you have a 12-member company, that's fine. Just try to take this, and if you want to know how to use this, okay, so here it is. So now, we are going to listen to you. You just tell what is your business scenario, what you're doing so far, how many people are in your company, and then where you're running your business. So we will tell you how Begin can help your business by customizing it based on your business requirement. We have a different templates, which is default to real estate, doctorate, everything, healthcare, everything. So we can choose and we can help you for $7. If you're running your business, if you're just going great, then you can get that for all of your employees. And then we have a booth there, which is GS2. You can come to our booth. We can talk more about your business if you want, or you can schedule a demos based on this. So that's it from my side. If you have any questions, I can take it up, or else we can just close it down. Let's talk if you want. Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. Thank you so much for all of you for listening to me. Thank you. Appreciate it.